So what was the primary adjustment you guys made defensively at halftime that showed out that third quarter?
Adjusting the D-line, we had to fix some gap controls, and in the back end, we had to fix up a couple of leverages that we was doing. All around, just fixing our leverages and fixing like what we can control on.
And how did that affect things? What was the effect of making these adjustments?
Just stopping the run, stopping the run, putting more pressure on the quarterback, getting in his face more, and just making him throw, getting out the pocket and stuff.
Elijah, overall, the game did kind of get out of hand from a penalty standpoint. I guess kind of from your vantage point, what is one of the keys of kind of limiting those? You guys didn't have a ton, obviously, going into the game, but what's kind of the key in limiting those?
Just playing technique, playing sound, playing football at the end of the day. We had a lot of penalties in the first half. Offense had a lot of penalties in the second half, but just overall, just fixing those, playing with technique, and just doing your job.
Elijah, what was the demeanor like at halftime? Just you guys were trailing. It's the first time you've trailed at the half this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was like in there? What were you guys talking about? And how confident were you that you could maybe get it turned around and have the second half that you had?
Just being a player-led team, we all came together. Offense came together, defense came together. We was talking about what we could have did better, making our own little adjustments along with the coaches' adjustments, just talking over plays, making sure that we don't let those plays happen again. And we was keeping everybody's heads up. We knew the game was not over with, far from over. It had a whole different half, 0-0 at halftime. So just going back into the game and fixing those adjustments, adjusting to what the coach is telling us to do, and then just going out and playing football.
Alijah, it seemed like Cedric was everywhere out there tonight. What does his presence and his leadership do for you all as a defense collectively?
He gets us going. He's like the motor of the defense. Before every drive we go, he brings us to the sideline. He talks to us, motivates us, and just continues to push us as a group, as a whole, and as individuals. And then with that pick, that was huge. So they kind of got the motor running.
Coach mentioned there's a lot of things that y'all still want to clean up defensively after this game. And you mentioned that Cedric will probably lead the charge with that this week in practice. What do you think he'll be like this week, trying to get y'all better going into next week?
Just cleaning up, like the penalties we had, cleaning up technique, footwork, cleaning up gap control, just cleaning up all the dirty things that we did out there tonight. And just, as I know him, he'll probably, like I said, we like a player-led team, so he'll be one of the main voices out there as we just continue to go on with the season.
What do you remember about that Cedric interception? That was actually, if I remember correctly, the first play on that particular series, but just kind of being on field seeing that. What do you remember about that?
Kind of remember. Well, I wasn't on that side of the ball, so I can't tell you exactly what I seen. But from my point of view, all I remember just seeing him drop back. He threw it, went up and made a great grab, and then it was what she wrote from there.
Did Huzzie realize that was his leg that caused the fumble on the first and goal? The fumble that Seth picked up right before he got rocked. It hit Huzzie's right knee. Did he?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I didn't know you were saying my leg got that one or something like that.
No, he could have had a little leg force fumble. That'd be put that on the stat book.
Obviously, Tez has been on the scout team and obviously until he was ineligible last week. But do you have any memories of guarding Tez, either when he was on the scout team or throughout the summer or the spring, where you kind of realized this kid was a special talent?
Oh yeah, like the first couple of days of practice in spring, like when we first had our spring practices, he was just high motored, flying down the field, taking the top off on the defense. So he really has been like a help to us, even like when he wasn't eligible to play, just giving us the best looks on scout team, like live reps. So like he was just a blessing to be on scout team. I'm glad he's not on scout team. I'm glad he's on the other side getting those reps.
What did you see from Memorial tonight? That was a defense that number one in the country against the run. They hadn't given up 100 yards to anyone, and he almost had 200.
He's just a dog, straightforward, just runs hard. Probably one of the hardest backs to tackle from my point of view. Because I didn't try to tackle him before, so I know what they go through each week trying to tackle him. But he runs hard. He's a fantastic running back. I like Amari.
What's that sight like? What's that sight like when you see him coming and you're coming down from the secondary? Not the greatest.
Just get him down any way you can. No specific way, just got to get him down.
What were your thoughts when you saw that after Seth had the fumble recovery, he got clocked, didn't get up, and he was in some pain? A lot of you guys were around him on the field when they were tending to him. What was going through your mind there?
Just hoping that he was okay. Just hoping that he'll get up. Hopefully he was just banged up, or I think he got the breath knocked out of him. So just praying that he got up, making sure, just checking up on him.
Did you see the fist pump after he got up?
I didn't see
The
it.
fist pump.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Travis was getting everybody.
Yeah, he was probably just telling everybody he's good, but yeah.
You guys good? Thanks, sir.
For sure. Appreciate it.